Would you like to learn how to crochet an oval perfectly, no matter which stitch? I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. So let's get started. In order to understand ovals, it is best to kind of explain it using charts. So I have here a general idea or general formula for ovals using different stitches. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, okay? So the middle center line I just put in here would be this part right here. So that's the part that pretty much doesn't change. It's the same stitches in the center. It's pretty much like a rectangle or square in the center, and on the outside you have the half circles. So this line right here represents the same stitches throughout. So on the edges here for a single crochet, you start with 3 single crochets on each side. So it's always the same amount, right? And then for half double crochet, it's either 4 or 5. Depends on how your gauge is, your tension, what yarn you're using, etc. So it's either 4 or 5. If you go lower and you see it like a bowl shape, then you go to 5. So, and then for double crochet, it would be 6 on each side, and then for treble crochet it would be 8 on each side. The center of it is still the cording stitches that you're using. So for half double crochet, the center would also be half double crochet, etc. Right now, once you have the very first round done, you're going into the second round, which I have here in light purple. So you will see that we're going from these 3 into an increase. So each of them gets an increase on either side. So that means you're going to then end up with 12 on each half circle. And then in the following round, it would be that you're doing 1 single crochet in each one stitch, and then 1 single crochet increase in the following, and then you repeat that. So you would go from 3 to 6 to 9 stitches on each side. However, the center part of it still doesn't change. It's exactly the same amount of stitches. So I highly recommend using stitch markers to mark your beginning and your end on each side so you know exactly where you are. And then make sure you reference this. I also have everything in a written description down below, so you can have it into a written version as well. So let's get started with this example right here using single crochet. So here I have 9 chains according to my example that I just showed you. We are not counting the 9th chain right here. So we're going to start from the 2nd chain from the hook. We're going to place our stitches into the back bump because it's going to make it easier later when we turn all the way around and go through the other side. So we're going to start with 2 single crochets right here into that same stitch. Now in the next 6 stitches, we're just going to place 1 single crochet in each. Now once we reach the end, we have 1 more stitch right here, and that's where we're going to place 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So now you can weave in your end here at the same time if you like, but now you need to kind of remember that you put 3 stitches into this stitch right here. So don't go back into this one because you already did that. So now we're going into the next one. So we're turning around here and now going on the opposite side of our stitches. So we're now going to place again our single crochets, the 6 of them. So 1 single crochet per stitch. And then I'm going to go through and explain here what I just did, just to make sure everything is clear. And now here at the end, we have to place 1 more single crochet to make it 3 on each side. Okay, so now that you have it like this, I'm going to mark here my beginning and end so I know exactly where I am. So this here was my last of the 6 single crochets. And then I have over here, so we can go back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here was my first on that side. I'm not going to close it right now because I'm going to take it off later. So, and then right here we have, here's our first single crochet, and here is 1, 2, 3. Here is the other one. So now you can see here what we did. Okay, so we did over here the first 2 single crochets of that half circle Then we did our 6 single crochets, which are marked with the stitch markers here, the first and the 6th one on each side. And then over here we did 3 in the last chain that we did, and then over here one more time we had to place 1 more single crochet to get it into 3 into that 1 single crochet. That tiny one right here doesn't count that chain, that's just our turning chain. And now so we have my stitch markers are in the 1st and the 6th single crochet that we made from that center piece right here. So now I know exactly that on the outside of this are going to be my half circle single crochets. So now going into the second round, you can make a slip stitch if you like. I'm just going to do continuous rounds. So now on this side we have it split up, right? We have here 1 single crochet as the last stitch of that half circle, and then we have 2 single crochets right here. Now we're going to do our increases. So we're going to do those 2 first, right? Then we're going to go all the way around doing the increases over here, 1 single crochet in each stitch, and then we're going to finish it up with 1 more increase so that we finish that half circle. So we're always doing 2/3 of the half circle over here and finishing it up at the last stitch, and over here we're doing the full half circle. So that means we're now going to do an increase on the very first stitch right here. So 1 and 2, and then here again an increase. So 1 and 2. So now for the next 6 stitches right here, I'm just going to place 1 single crochet. So I'm going to take off my stitch marker for now, and then we're going to place it back. So 1, so we can put it back over here already. You can close it if you like. I'm just going to leave it open for now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now we have 1 more. So that would be number 6. So we can put our stitch marker back. And so now we have 3 stitches right here in our half circle. We're going to place 1 increase in each. So that means 2 single crochets per stitch for those 3 stitches. Okay, so now that we did that, we now need to do the exact same thing here on the other side. So taking this one out, and I'm actually going to take this one out too so it doesn't bother me, but I know it's 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we're going to put our stitch markers back just to make sure we're not losing our stitches and we know exactly where to place what. All right, and then we have now 1 more increase from that half circle because we only did 2/3 in the beginning. So there we go. So we did our last increase over here. Now we did 2 rounds of this oval. We're going to do 1 more just to make sure everything is clear and you have no problem doing an oval yourself, no matter which stitch you're using. So let's be clear here one more time what we're doing. So we're now right at this spot right here. So now we need to do 1 single crochet, then an increase, 1 single crochet and an increase. Then we place our 6 single crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then we repeat what we just did over here 3 times in total. Again, single crochets, and then we need to finish up our half circle over here by doing 1 more single crochet and 1 more increase. So let's do that. So we're going to start with our 1 single crochet and then an increase. Again, in the next stitch, 1 single crochet and an increase. So now you can see we're now doing our 6 single crochets. So I'm going to remove these here for now. And I can do my 6 single crochets, so 1 in each stitch. So then you put your stitch markers back. Now you don't have to use stitch markers. I like to use them because it makes it very clear where I am in my project. I leave them open while I'm working with them and I close them up when I need to put my project away. So now we're doing our half circle again. So we have our 3 sets. So 1 single crochet and increase, and then we do that 2 more times. So 1 single crochet and the next one is an increase. And then you repeat that 1 single crochet and an increase, and then 1 more time 1 single crochet and an increase. So now we do our 6 single crochets again. So we have our 6 single crochets, Then you can put your stitch markers back. Okay, so now we just have one more of the set that we just did for the increases for that half circle. So one single crochet and then an increase. Now for the next round, you would continue with the increases. So what does that actually mean? So it's similar to a circle pretty much. So you would here now go from these 3 stitches right here, you would go into a single crochet, and an increase. A single crochet, and an increase. And then over here again, single crochet, and increase. And then you keep on doing the same thing as we did before. And then at each round, you can see that we have one single crochet more. So then in the following round, this set right here would turn into single crochet, and an increase. So you see here we're going from 0 to 1, 2, 3, and so the next one would be 4, etc. So that's how you continuously increasing it and making the oval bigger and bigger. I hope this tutorial was helpful on how to crochet an oval no matter which stitch you're using. And here I explained how to do it with a single crochet and using some stitch markers to help you along to have the perfect oval crocheted. Please like, comment, share, and follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live. Be sure to check the link in the description if you want the written pattern. See you next time. Bye!